Hello.
Hi, everybody. Hi, welcome to the California State University, Monterey Bay psychology major. My name is Chrissy Lofgren, and I have been an advisor here for almost 10 years, which is kind of scary, since I actually graduated from the psychology program here with my bachelor's degree.
My name is Jessica Herrera. I'm also an academic advisor here at CSUMB. Also graduated from the psychology major, and I'm back here as an academic advisor. So Chrissy and I just thought today we would go over a couple of different things that we thought would be helpful for you to know as a new psychology major. I will be helping Chrissy in the later part of the fall semester, but I'll be gone for the first part. So we also wanted to kind of introduce you to me so you know who I am. And starting the spring semester, you can see both Chrissy or myself for academic advising.
Yeah, because I'm going to be talking about her, so you can actually see now she really is a real person.
I do exist.
Yeah, Jessica was actually hired almost 5 years ago to help me in psychology, and finally, after 5 years, well, minus her little sabbatical that we're having in fall,
Yep.
She'll be back in spring, and then yes, you have two of us, which is, hey, awesome. Yeah.
Alrighty, so like I said, we're going to go over a couple of things just we feel like are helpful as new students to know. So I'm going to share my screen with you all in a second here. Alrighty, so we're currently on the CSUMB website, and we are going to kind of just show you our catalog. So I'm scrolling all the way down to the bottom. You can always find the catalog, and the most current one will be up. So you all are starting in the fall 2019 semester. So your catalog will be this one that is up. We're going to go to undergraduate programs and psychology.
Psych. So the good thing about this is it's basically going to list all of the psychology requirements that you need. So for transfer students, this is great because you can come in here and you can see all of the upper division core classes that you need. And for freshmen, there's also a link on here that says the general education. So when you click that link, it takes you to the GE that you need, which everybody needs one class from each of these areas. And unless you have AP scores, which I won't go into all of that, but basically everybody has to do the general education. So this is a really good link that you can click and find everything that you need.
Mm-hmm. So our required classes for psychology, like Chrissy mentioned, are listed below. So for freshmen, your first semester, you're going to definitely look into Psych 100 and Stat 100. Psych 200 is another class you'll take later down the line. For our seniors, Psych 300 is a class that you definitely want to get into your first semester. And then we have all of our core classes. So you'll see they're kind of listed here. And you just follow what the catalog says. So complete all the following upper division requirements. We have our upper level writing requirement, which is our GWAR. So we have some recommended classes for you listed there. Usually our students take this HCOM 312 class, but you are open to take any other one as long as it's open and you meet the prerequisites. And then we have our different areas that you cover. So this is pretty cool. You just complete one from each category. We have 5 different categories, and you have to take one class from each area.
So one of the frequently asked questions that we get from our transfer students is, hey, Chrissy, I took biopsych at Hartnell, or I took cog psych at Cuesta. Do I need to take it here? And the answer is yes. So unless you took an upper division psychology course at another higher ed institution, meaning a university, and I've signed off on it, then yeah, you're going to be taking it here. So you took the lower division. So remember, community college is freshman, sophomore. And when you get here, now you're going to be doing junior, senior classes. So that's a great way to lead into some FAQs that we get.
Yeah, so all of these 300 level classes in these areas you're going to be taking as upper division students. So freshmen, don't worry about these classes just yet. And for transfer students, like we said, one class from each category. It doesn't matter if you took a class at your community college. We want you to take these because you do need upper division units, which are these 300 level or higher classes. And you need a certain number of those upper division units in order to graduate. So definitely want to take them here. and you have a lot of options, which is
And
great.
this is a great tool so that you can see what you need to graduate, as well as your academic requirements report, which we'll show you later on, not in this video. And all of you are going to have an online learning plan. So it's really easy to set up. You'll meet with Jessica or myself once or twice. Granted, we like you to meet with us once a semester to make sure you're on track, but it's a really easy tool so that way you know you're on track at all times.
Yeah, and Chrissy also sent this link to you all in an email, and she'll continue to send you emails as we prepare for orientation. So make sure you're checking your CSUMB email.
Please.
If you haven't set that up yet, you definitely want to do that. You just have to log into your dashboard. There's going to be a mail link right there. Just accept the terms. It's through Google, and yeah. And then
Perfect.
You can have access, and make sure you're checking it regularly.
I was trying to tell her something and I messed her up. So one thing that junior transfers and freshmen are going to have in common is here at Cal State Monterey Bay for psychology, everybody has to do a language if you're in the psychology major. So students that are in BA, Bachelor of Arts degrees, are required to get to the third level or intermediate language level of language, something other than English. So there are multiple ways that you can fulfill this requirement. If you have an AP score of 4 or 5 on AP French, AP Spanish, AP German, I don't know what else they offer, that will fulfill the language requirement here at Cal State Monterey Bay. If you have a 3, that's equivalent to 102 level, which is the second level, and then you would just need to take that third level once you got here. Other ways are if you're a transfer student and you've taken 3 semesters or up to the intermediate level of a language, then you're done. You don't necessarily have to take 3 semesters. For instance, what if somebody's fluent, Jessica?
Good question. So if you're fluent in Spanish, we have a class called Spanish 212, which you can take 1 semester and you're done with the requirement. If you're fluent in another language other than Spanish, we do have a class offered in the spring, WLC 212, which you can kind of be tested in your language. The kind of catch with that one is they have to have somebody who can kind of test you and see where you're at with that language. So you have to contact the World Language and Cultures Department to become a part of that class. But definitely ask Chrissy or I about that if you have any questions about your language. There's a lot of different ways to get through this language requirement, and we're happy to kind of figure out whatever is the best way for you.
Excellent. That's just something that we wanted to point out. Anything else we want to show them about the catalog?
I think it's just important to kind of know where the catalog is. So like I said, on the CSUMB website, just scroll all the way down to the bottom of any page, click on catalog. The most current one will be active. Next year when we get a new catalog, this will go into the catalog archive. So you can always find it on the website. And you just want to make sure that you kind of take a look at it, you know the requirements. Everything is listed here, from the academic policies and procedures to your program, all the requirements, all the general education. Anything that you need to know in order to graduate is in the catalog. So just make sure you kind of take a glance at it when you get a chance.
And like Jessica said earlier, make sure you're paying attention to your email. We're going to be sending out some really important emails with basically videos, how to register, how to find classes. But I'm going to be sending out an email with specific classes that I want freshmen to look for and specific classes that I want transfers to look for. So, and I get everybody's coming from a different place and some people might have different stories. Just communicate with me, email me, and we'll go from there. So.
Yep. The other thing, just to show you really quickly, is our academic advising website. So I just typed in academic advising in the search bar and it comes up. So all of the cool things that we're going to be doing to prepare you for registration are on our website. It has all the orientation dates there, all registration dates. So when you're actually going to be able to register for classes. We're going to have YouTube live streams like Chrissy mentioned. There is an open lab on campus. So this is if you're having trouble adding classes to your shopping cart after all the emails that we have sent you. We will be available. It's not one-on-one advising. It's just for quick questions. And if you're having some technical problems, we can try to help you out. We're also going to have advising call-in hours. So if you have quick questions, you'll be able to talk to one of our many advisors. So it's just general questions for that also. So lots of different things to get you ready. And then orientation, of course. So hopefully you all are attending. Chrissy will be there to welcome you and to answer all your questions.
And to do a song and dance, I'm sure. I'm practicing now.
Exactly. We have more information about just our office and kind of what we do After you register for classes, you're welcome to make an appointment with Chrissy after you register. So it's kind of tough to do anything before you register for classes. So after orientation, after you register for classes, you're welcome to set up an appointment. She'll kind of start working with you on your learning plan and getting you ready for the next semester.
And let me just say this as well, for transfer students, technically until your final transcript is matriculated in the system, your learning plan will not be accurate. So it really pays to wait to do your learning plan. And I know you're anxious and you want to get it done, but I promise you, you're in good hands. I know that's very arrogant of myself and Jessica. I'm going to put you in that too. But you know, we've been doing this for a long time. Again, we graduated from the CSUMB psychology. We know the program, we know the faculty, we know the major in and out, and you're in really good hands. And we have, I will boast, one of the highest graduation rates on campus. Whoop, whoop, go psych. So don't worry. I understand that this might be nerve-wracking right now and you have a lot of questions, but don't worry, you're not going to fall through the cracks. We are here. We work all summer long. So even though if you don't come in to see us until mid-July, you're still going to be fine.
Yep. And you have the whole fall semester.
Exactly.
Too. So if you're not in the area, you're not local, don't worry about meeting with us until after you get here and get settled in.
And that's a good point. For the first 2 weeks of the semester, we're going to have walk-ins. So walk-ins are just quick 5-minute walk-in. Hey, how's my schedule look? Kind of thing. But you can always come in, chat with us really quick, with me really quick. I got to get used to that. But it's a really good time. And I'll be sending out emails about that too. So one thing I also wanted to address, not necessarily just for our freshmen that are starting out here, but for the transfers, is a lot of students, the first thing they say to me is, what can I do with my major? And we have students that are in all different fields out there. They are teaching. They are, I have one that's in a veterinarian school. I have some that are occupational therapists. We have some that are teaching. We have a lot that have gone into teaching lately. Jessica and myself, academic advising. Plus, we think about some of our cohort back in the day.
Yeah, so we have people that are in health insurance, people that are in behavioral science and kind of working with children with autism and disabilities, social work, all kinds of different things. You
Social
can go
big.
pretty much anywhere with psychology. It's the cool thing. So whatever your interest is, whatever population you want to work with, there's definitely a job out there for you with your psychology degree.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. I also like to say to freshmen, if when you were your junior year in high school and you applied to Cal State Monterey Bay and you put down psychology because you knew what that was, and you get here and it's not a right fit for you, it's okay. Talk to me. Jessica and I also advised for undeclared for many years, so we are well versed in all the different majors here. If psychology is not the right major for you, freshmen, then you know what? There's 23 other majors that we can help you explore. So don't worry about it. Get a feel for it. If you can't get into stats the first semester, that's okay. Take it in the second, freshman, but try to get into intro to psych, because even if it's not a right fit for you, it's going to cover a general education requirement. So you can't lose.
Yeah, so keep an eye on your emails. Like we said, we're going to be sending out different information about classes to take, so you're all ready to go for registration orientation. If anything comes up or if you're feeling a little unsure about anything, feel free to reach out and ask questions.
I forgot my chicken. Yeah, email us. Especially, I'll say email me right now. Don't email Jessica. Email me right now. I'm really good with email. Email is the best way to get a hold of me. You're going to learn shortly that I'm a crazy person and I email at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I have a pretty good turnaround time for email. So shoot me an email if you have a question that we didn't answer here, or if there's something else that you're unsure about, because we're here to help you, and we're here to help you throughout your entire journey from the time you get here to the time you walk across that stage. So we welcome you to Cal State Monterey Bay Psychology, and we will see you soon.
Yeah, and I will see you in the spring.
Yay!